Socialite is a landing page designed for content creators and influencers. It features all of your link and bio essentials, plus an updatable marketing deck for your stats. The marketing deck can be used for pitching what you do to other people so that they can sponsor you, you can collaborate, and all that jazz. The template covers a variety of default social networks that are commonly used nowadays, but you can edit these and swap them out for others, delete the ones you don't need, as well as eliminate any particular stats that don't meet where you are in your journey yet. In order to get started, you'll need a card account on the Pro Lite plan. This is the lowest entry plan that lets you use custom templates. In order to do that, once you have it, you just have to create a new site, and your new template will be listed under the custom section as a starting point. Once you've selected it and it all loads up, you can edit the various sections by clicking on an element, changing its contents in the side panel, and you can also do all of this from your phone or tablet. So for example, if I select this image here, I can now upload an image. In this case, I'm just going to grab the image used on the demo itself and resize it. Click accept, and now I have that image. Same goes for text. You select the spot and type in what you want instead. If your name, for example, is much longer than mine is, you can also edit the font size. You could change the color. You can retheme this however you would like to. For links, this is a little icon list. You can pick the icon that you want. If none of these apply to what you need, swap out the URL as well as manipulate the colors. The link list works about the same. You can pick an icon as well as apply what the URL to it is, and you can add more or remove any that you don't need. The marketing deck is entirely optional because not everyone is at the point where they need to be pitching their stats. So you can hide this section if you need to by simply selecting the exclude section option. You check mark it and then it will no longer get published. If you are at a point where you need to start pitching what you do to other people, leave it enabled and update the text boxes with your pitch. Each different network is its own section, so you can select the entire thing to remove it if you don't need it. Update the table with a time range for what you're displaying, as well as which different metrics and their values you need to showcase. If you have cool examples to help your cause, you can add those in. Again, I recommend using the same link list. And this way you have an entire web page with all of your goodies and your stats and why you're awesome that is searchable by Google. So you can get those nice search results, as well as a nice, clean, accessible way for anybody to get these numbers. Most common thing I see is people make little images and then put them on social media. But then you have a bajillion different copies of an image out there from different time frames with different numbers. Could have your old branding. Who knows? It's a lot nicer to have one single source of truth that anybody and everybody can read. There's also a nice little section here called instructions, which is the user guide. You can access the user guide whenever you use the template so that you can follow along and make sure that you're not missing anything, as well as get ideas for what you should write. The card also has a lot of documentation, so if you're not familiar with the site builder, you can go through how the builder interface works, as well as what other things you can do. The template includes the basics so that anybody starting with card can get into it without needing a fancy plan. Lastly, there's a section with with templates of the different sections so that if you accidentally delete one, you can get it back, as well as take advantage of a card feature for global styling. For example, all of the paragraphs use one specific style, and you can update this one here, and it will update it everywhere on the site, just to make your life easier. If this looks like it could be helpful to you, consider buying this template and trying out Card. You can buy it at socialite-template.card.co. It'll also be in the video description. If you know someone who should have a Google-friendly marketing deck, feel free to share this video with them and have them try it out, or just shoot them the demo. Once again, that's socialite-template.card.co. I'm M2 Creates.